What is going on, everyone? Today I'm going to show you one trick you can do to help your engine stay on the road. Now this is especially important in the 6.4 Powerstroke. And that one simple trick is an oil change. So this is what you need to do an oil change for a 6.4 Powerstroke. You need, start with the basics. You need gloves so you don't get oils on you, 36-inch socket for the oil filter, 3/4-inch socket for the drain plug, 15 quarts of oil, one oil filter, and then this is optional, which I run. It's Arch Oil 9100 for the oil and 6200 for the fuel. Great stuff. I did a video on that. Definitely check it out. And then last but not least, a 5-gallon bucket, because you're going to be dumping more than oil into the bucket. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get the truck in position to get. The reason I did that is because a 5-gallon bucket will not fit underneath a stock 6.4 450 at least. Probably 2 or 3s won't fit either. So you have to find something to get the front of the truck up. And if you look at my driveway, it goes up and the bucket fits. So let's go ahead and open the hood. The hood on 6.4 is a little different than some cars. All you gotta do is just pull the hood latch, go around to the passenger side of the truck. And there's actually a latch right underneath the grill right here. Just pull it towards you. It's a little tricky with one hand. I'm gonna have to set you guys down. Actually, there's the latch right there. Actually, so all you do is just take the latch, pull it open, and then you open the beast. The 10 pounds of crap in a 5-pound bag. Next, you gotta get your 3/4-inch socket. And you can actually typically just break the nut loose and then spin off the rest by hand. I wish I didn't have a deep socket, but it is what it is. Also helps to spin it the right way to loosen it. So that's all it takes, just a little pop. And you get your hand in there. This is why I wear gloves. It's because now becomes the fun part of getting that oil out. The engine is warm. So that's good. What I like to do is actually I push up on the nut as I spin it off, so I don't get as much oil. So like now it's ready to free, and I just pull it out. And I didn't get that much oil on me. So go ahead and let that drain. While that's draining, we are going to clean up this drain pan. Or not drain pan. Whatever you want to call this. Now I can't think of the name. The thing that stops the oil from coming out. We're cleaning that up. Alright, we got the drain plug, that's what it's called, all cleaned. It's actually in pretty good condition. Oil, diesel oil, is going to come out black. After 5 minutes of running the engine, the oil is going to be black, so you can't judge the diesel oil by how black it is. Mustang drivers. I can't say much, I used to be one. But so we'll go ahead, it's almost done draining, it looks like. Just gonna clean off this area a little bit. See how black it is? I mean, this oil only has about 5,300 miles on it. I actually change the oil in this every 5,000. And when I get the bucket out, I will show you why. And it's actually one of the biggest problems with a 6.4 is what's in this bucket, and I'll show you that, so don't worry. So go ahead and let's get this all buttoned up. Now, I haven't done this yet, but I really hope I don't drop this drain plug in that bucket. Damn it! Drain plug in the oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bucket out. I'm actually going to slide the lid underneath it so that the oil drips on the lid. And now we're going to go ahead and get that drain plug out of the oil that I just dropped in that I said I never did before. Alright, so here's the one trick I have. Magnet with the stick on it and a garbage bag. Just the magnet in the garbage bag and get out that drain plug. just like that. Magnet retrieve, all nice and clean. Drain plug retrieved, not so clean. So let's go. All right, let's go ahead and get this all nice and cleaned up. I actually flipped the glove inside out, so I'm able to get no oil anywhere, because that is the name of the game. It's not to spill as much oil as possible. Alright, after I threw away the plug, again, get it all nice and cleaned up and we'll get it installed back on the truck. Get this drain plug back in. It's been properly drained. Clean it up as best as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. The rainwater will clean it. Alright. Clean off my tool. Set to tighten. Now you don't have to go super tight on these. You actually just gotta get it snugged. So now comes the oil filter. The oil filter is the passenger side one, or the most passenger side. This is where that 36mm socket will come in. All you do is break it loose and work on it. Now this is actually spring loaded, so it will pop up, but it's not going to shoot out like a jack-in-the-box. See, it has a little spring to it. Like I said, it's not much. So what I like to do is get a grocery bag ready, because you're going to pull this off. And yes, it is going to be full of oil. The wind is not my favorite today, but it never really is. And then transfer it right in. And then we got minimum spillage. You go ahead, you take that cap off. It's locked in there, so it might take a little force. And then it's off. Go ahead, is to get an O-ring off. So there's a little O-ring right here on the top groove that you gotta pry off. Sometimes you could get it with your nails. You also might need like a little screwdriver, or you can do what I do. And I'm gonna take my knife, just get it under the ridge right here. Oop. And then just pry it off, because your new filter is going to come with this little gasket. So you got your new filter. That's the bottom, that's the top. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to stick that in the cap. Well, actually, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to oil on it so it seats better and doesn't bind where it can get oil inside the housing. Just put it on the ring. Don't have to do much, just enough so that's slick. And then you just got to work it on. So you find the top groove that it sits in, like so, and you just work it on. Put it on, click it on, pull it over, push it down, kind of get it started so you get that spring tension, and then go ahead and tighten it up. And just get it snug, and that's it. Now the fun part, let's fill it up. Alright, last thing to do is fill it up with oil. What I'm going to use is Motorcraft 15W40. A couple reasons. One, I always run Motorcraft because this engine was designed to work off Motorcraft. And two, I change it every 5,000 miles. So alright, that's 5 quarts of oil. Now I'm going to add in the arch oil. The reason I add the arch oil is to, well, one, it helps the engine, it makes it run smoother and better, but two, I add in at this stage because so when it's in the pan, it mixes a little bit better, and then when it runs to the engine, it actually mixes in a little more. get this started. Alright, so the truck's all buttoned back up, no oil leaks, no nothing, oil level's good, everything's all kosher. I'm going to show you why now I do this every 5,000 miles, and this is one of the main causes of a 6.4 going bad. This oil is really watery. Earlier in the video I said there's something in this oil that's not supposed to be there, and it's fuel. There's actually diesel in this oil, and how that diesel got there is during the regeneration process. When it's burning that extra fuel to try to clean the DPF, well, not all of it gets burnt, and it goes through the cylinders, gets into the oil and dilutes it, and what that causes is cylinder wash, or it basically takes the cross hatching out inside the cylinder walls, which therefore ultimately grenades the engine. So that is why I do the oil change every 5,000 with Arch oil, so that the truck will actually last longer than 150,000 miles. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, go ahead and leave a comment in the comments section. And if you like more videos like this, feel free to like and subscribe. See you guys on the next one.